Okay, what's up, YouTube? You know what it is. It is Pacey Lake Show coming at you again one more time. I'm about to give you a review of this game. Remember to leave a like, remember to share, remember to subscribe. Also, turn on notifications. Check out my social media. Links are in the description. So, pretty much, just want to talk about Minnesota. Obviously, Minnesota defeating the Los Angeles Lakers last night. 127 to 117. Obviously, a very disappointing game. Didn't really watch the game much. Knew the game was over by the first half. We gave up 79 points in the first half. Obviously, that's not gonna cut it. 79-64 the first half. The game was pretty much over at that point. I was not. I didn't even really watch the game after that. I mean, I had the TV running, just looked at the score from time to time, but the game was pretty much over at that point, in my opinion. Very disappointing performance by the Los Angeles Lakers. Anthony Davis, LeBron didn't play, obviously. Anthony Davis came out after the first quarter, right? He only played 12 minutes, had 4 points, 4 rebounds. And I thought he was having a good game up to that point. I mean, he had 3 assists, 4 points, 4 rebounds. I mean, wasn't really scoring much, but he was having an impact on the game defensively. And I just thought that his, presence, if he was able to play the whole game, I mean, his presence defensively would have helped, and we probably could have, snuck out a victory. We only lost by 10 points. Granted, the score is a little bit deceiving because a lot of that was garbage time, but I mean, obviously, you just look at this game and you know that it's a game that we needed. It is a game that we needed right now. We're literally fighting for playoff lives. We're trying to get to at least to that 7-8 spot, right? Solidify ourselves within that 7-8 spot so that we don't have to play 2 games of the play-in. We can only play one. It will make it a significantly easier task to get to the playoffs. To have to now still be in the 9th spot and potentially have to play 2 games, one against Golden State and then one against either Sacramento or the Pelicans. I mean, that's a tall task, to win 2 back-to-back games and then to turn around after that, because it's like a 3-day turnaround. Then to have to play the number 1 seed, either that's going to be Denver or Minnesota. That's tough. That's tough. I mean, you're creating yourself a tougher path to a championship by doing that. So I mean, we're really in a desperate situation now. We're in desperation mode, really. I mean, we definitely got to win the next game. Golden State is literally breathing down our necks. We do have the tiebreaker against Golden State, but we play them the next game. So whoever wins that game, I think, I'm not sure how the tiebreaker is going to go, how that situation is going to go. But it will be 2-2 with us in Golden State. So I think it's going to be something related to who is the conference, who leads the conference or something like that, who has the best record against conference opponents or something like that. Might shape out in that Golden State will have the better record and actually get to the 9th seed, if we lose. So we definitely got to win that game. That's definitely a game. I'm disappointed, man. As you can see, my demeanor, I'm not very animated. Just really disappointed. I really believe that people can say whatever they want to say about what I'm gonna say right now, but I really don't care. I'm just gonna keep it 100% real. Listen, man, I bleed purple and gold, bro. And when I see bullshit like this, bro, it really pisses me off. And I really feel like LeBron James and Anthony Davis quit on the Lakers last night. I really believe that. I believe LeBron James, Anthony Davis quit on the Lakers. They quit. And it's really sad. It's really disappointing. I just don't. I can't even react to it, really. I mean, I'm just lost for words. I can't believe at this point in the season we're talking about LeBron James and Anthony Davis quitting on the Lakers. The magnitude of this game. I spoke about this game and the fact that this game is the real test. We haven't had much of a test up to this point. The road trip was an easy road trip. And saying those are games you're supposed to win anyways. You're supposed to beat those teams. You're supposed to beat Washington. You're supposed to beat Toronto. You're supposed to beat Brooklyn. Like, you're supposed to beat those teams, right? You're not supposed to lose those games. So that 4-0, that 4-game win streak meant nothing. 8 out of the last nine, 9 out of the last 10. I mean, yes, we beat Cleveland. That's a decent team, but we saw what happened to Cleveland just last night against the Clippers. They completely melted down, up by 20 something points, and the Clippers came back and won the game. So I told you, Cleveland's a struggling team. They're a struggling team at this point late in the season. For some reason, they're just collapsing. Down the stretch, they're stumbling into the playoffs. So they are not. So they weren't a real measuring stick. The measuring stick was last night's game. That's what I said. I was even shout out to Reggie from the locker room. Shout out to Reggie, man. I was even saying this in the chat, and that this game was a real test. And people thought that I was hating. What I'm saying, I was hating on the Lakers, bro. I bleed purple and gold, bro. I don't hate on the Lakers. When I talk, bro, I just talk facts. What I'm saying? And I was just saying in the chat, like, bro, like, Cleveland's a struggling team, bro. That was not a true measuring stick of what we're capable of doing. I saw a lot of things in that Cleveland game that did not impress me at all. There was way too many turnovers, way too many missed assignments defensively, stuff like that, way too many wide open threes and all that stuff. Bad, no help defense on drives, penetration to the lane, stuff like that. And I saw all these things, and it pointed to Darvin Ham's bad coaching. Obviously, starting, still starting D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves. Them not really being able to get defensive stops. And Cleveland is just a bad basketball team. So, they turned the ball over even more than us. We would turn the ball over. They had 19 turnovers in that. They're a bad basketball team, right? They're just not a very good basketball team at this point in the season, right? And yeah, we got the win, right? But I wasn't thoroughly impressed by that win because I thought we didn't do. There's a lot of things we didn't do well, right? I was just looking at the whole game and I was like, we made so many mistakes defensively. It's just that Cleveland didn't capitalize off of it, and they were turning the ball over a lot. Like, what I'm saying? It was a point where both teams like had 4 or 5 straight turnovers back to back. Like, what I'm saying? The Lakers turned over, Cleveland turned over, Lakers turned over, Cleveland turned over, Lakers turned over again. Like, it was a bad basketball game, an ugly basketball game. We got the win, but I was not impressed by it. And I said to everybody, listen, this game tonight is the measuring stick. This is gonna tell me who we are at this point in the season, because this Minnesota team is possibly gonna be our first round matchup. Right? This is possibly the team we're gonna play in the first round. If we get the 8th seed, they get the 1 seed, or if they get the 2 seed, we get the 7th seed. This is going to be possibly our first round matchup. Then that's what I said. I was saying that to people, and people made it look like I was hating, like, oh, the Lakers are 9 and how you gonna say that? How you gonna say that, bro? You a hater, bro. You ain't a real Lakers fan. Oh, the Lakers are 9-1. Lakers won 9 of the last 10. How you gonna say, oh, we not we beating a bad Cleveland team when Cleveland is over 500 and all this other stuff, man. And we're 9-10. How's the Lakers playing bad? And everybody was going at me, right? Everybody was going at me. And see, I don't like I don't like the fact that I'm right a lot of times, because you see, I want to be wrong in a lot of things that I say about the Lakers, because ultimately, if I'm saying something negative about the Lakers, I want to be wrong, because ultimately I want the Lakers to win, right? But it's like when people come at me, and when I make my critiques and people come at me in the comments and stuff like that, it's crazy. I just don't understand, man. Like, Darvin Ham came out again, started a 3-guard lineup. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell is wrong with this dude and these damn 3-guard lineups. It is ridiculous, bro. It seems like if this man could start 5 guards, he'd literally put 5 guards out there on the court. It's just crazy. The man came out again, the infamous 3-guard lineup, the same thing that got us killed in Denver, right? The same thing that got us killed. This man came out again, over and over and over again. This man makes the same mistake. You send 3 guards out there. The man started Spencer Dinwiddie, D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, right? The man started a 3-guard lineup, bro. You literally have Spencer Dinwiddie at the three, guarding the three. Spencer Dinwiddie should be the one. D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves should come off the bench. Listen, man, I don't care what nobody says. Like, D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, they should come off the bench. Like, they're not good enough defensive. What they provide, they're way too inconsistent offensively, and what they provide defensively is not good enough for what we need as a team, right? It's just not, right? Like what they provide offensively is not good enough. Like they're not consistent enough. They're not playing any good defense, right? Their defense is trash, right? They're one of the worst defensive backcourts in the league, right? One of the worst defensive backcourts in the league. And then when and on offense, they're not very good either, right? D'Angelo Russell's up and down, up and down. Yeah, he's been good for the past few months, but we starting to see cracks in D'Angelo Russell's offensive game, right? We're starting to see games where he's not really showing up, right? And Austin Reeves he's been struggling of late. Like he's been on a really really bad stretch of late, right? A really bad slump, right? He just I don't know what it is, but dude just don't got it, man. And you look at that and you're like, wow, it's definitely a concern, man. Darvin Ham, I mean, his philosophy, his rotations are so sus, at best. D'Angelo Russell, as I said, Austin Reeves should not be starting. My starting lineup is simple. I tell people this all the time. And it's even better now that we have Spencer Dinwiddie and how he's been playing. We saw what Spencer Dinwiddie was able to do in the first half. Had a very solid game the first half, kind of slowed down the second half, but we saw what he was able to do in this game. And, I just feel like he should be starting every single game, man. My starting lineup is simple. It's LeBron at the point, Spencer Dinwiddie at the 2, right? You put Rui at the 3, AD at the 4, Jackson Hayes at the 5. It's a simple starting lineup. It would be a similar starting lineup to the starting lineup we had when we won the championship in 2020. Remember, LeBron was the point guard. People keep on forgetting that when we won in 2020, LeBron played point, right? When we was the last time we won a championship, LeBron was the point guard. He was the one that was bringing up the floor, right? And I'm just saying, you put LeBron back at point, right? You put Spencer at the 2. You put Rui at the 3, right? AD, you take AD off the center, right? And you put him at the 4 because AD doesn't like to play center, and he's not really built to play center. To be honest, if people say that he should play center, he's not a real true center. He's not, right? You look at how the guy, AD is soft as continental tissue. I mean, the man is so soft. Man can't take no pounding, none of that, right? As soon as this guy gets hit in his face, he missed the whole game, right? The whole game. I mean, it's just crazy. So, I mean, that's not his natural position. I really don't like seeing AD playing center because I think that he's better off playing power forward because to put him, to have him playing with that physicality, knowing that he's injury prone, knowing that he's soft, I mean, why would you put him in that situation as a coach? Why not have a Jackson Hayes start, right? Just like what we did when we won the championship. We had Dwight Howard and what's his name again? JaVale McGee. We had them start at center, and AD played the 4. That was AD's most effective position. Even when New Orleans had their most success when AD was there, right? AD was playing the 4, and you had Boogie playing the 5. So I mean, I don't know what people are talking about when they say AD should play the 5. That doesn't make any sense. His natural position is the 4. That's what he should play. That's where he's most effective, right? Having him play the 5, to me, you're just putting too much wear and tear on him, knowing that he's a guy that's soft and knowing that he's injury prone. And speaking of AD being so soft, man, come on, bruh. Like, you got injured in the first 12 minutes of the game. I mean, you mean to tell me you can even come out in the second half and even just play with one eye, put on a goggles or something, even play with one eye. I saw Steve Nash, right, played with one eye in a playoff game, right? got hit in his eye. Blood was leaking everywhere. Right, this dude put a bandage on his eye and literally played with one eye, and was still, it was still cooking people, still knocked down, a huge three in that game. I remember that. Kobe, the same thing. I remember Kobe played with a broken finger. I mean, it's just crazy that these dudes nowadays, these modern NBA guys nowadays, are so soft, man. It's just ridiculous, bro. Like, I can't understand how you just got injured in the first quarter. You got hit somehow. You got hit in your high eye or whatever. You re-aggravate whatever, and you can't play. And that took you out of the entire game. You wasn't able to play another single minute. In a pivotal game where your team needed you, bro. Stuff like this doesn't make sense, man. It's just sad. LeBron. I'm disappointed in LeBron. I ain't gonna cap. I'm disappointed in LeBron. LeBron should have played tonight. I don't care. People said he was under the weather. Like, what the hell? Like, it's just madness, bro. But anyways, let me just give these stats before I head out. So let's look at the box score. So Anthony Davis, as I said, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. It was 2 of 6 from the field. He only played 12 minutes. Shout out to Rui Hachimura, by the way. He was a leading scorer. He had 30 points. Rui Hachimura was the only guy that came to play. He was the only dude, that was out there, and you saw that he was really giving effort. Like, he really wanted this game. Like, he was the only one. That's why when I tell people that Rui Hachimura is a third most valuable player, people think I'm crazy. When I say Rui Hachimura is our third most valuable player on the team, people think I'm crazy. But we saw it tonight. So Rui Hachimura, in a pivotal game, by the way, 30 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, right? 4 or 5 from 3, 11 to 17 from the field, right? In 36 minutes. Solid game by Rui right there. Shout out to Rui for that. And Spencer Dinwiddie also had a decent game as well. Played well in the first half, kind of struggled in the second half, but he had 18 points. He also had 7 assists, 5 rebounds. Right, he was 4 of 7 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3. Knocked down a few big 3-pointers to really keep the game close. I think he also had 5 rebounds. I said, yeah. So shout out to Spence right there. D'Angelo Russell. 15 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds. I mean, didn't have one. I mean, he had a decent floor game, but shooting wise, I mean, he was terrible, man. 5 of 19 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3. I mean, that's not gonna get it done, man. So yeah, just a bad performance. Austin Reeves, 14 points. 2 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal. Had 4 turnovers, by the way. And we've been turning over the ball a lot too, man. We got to cut down on turnovers. We got 15 tonight. We got to cut that down to less than 12. Awesome. So yeah, I mean, 4 of 14 from 3, 4 of 14 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3. Missed 2 free throws. He had 3 rebounds, 2 assists. This is ridiculous, man. Shout out to Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes came off the bench. He actually had 19 points. He had 5 steals, 10 and that's why I say Jackson Hayes should start. This is the reason why I've been calling for it. I don't know when it will get in Darvin Ham's big head of his, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's that thing at the top of his head or whatever the hell that is. I don't know if it was that thing that's on his forehead or something that causes this guy to not be able to think and just start the right players, man. It's just crazy, bro. Jackson Hayes, the man had 5 steals, 1 block, 10 rebounds. 10 rebounds. He was 8 of 9 from the field. And you tell me you have this dude on the bench? And this dude's actually out here coming out. Every time he comes out, he plays hard. The one thing about Jackson Hayes, he's gonna come out, he's gonna play hard, he's gonna bring some athleticism, some energy coming off the bench. you know he's gonna come out and he's gonna play hard, right? That's the one thing you know. When he comes out there, he's gonna play hard. He's gonna give effort, 100% effort. He's gonna rebound. He's gonna block shots. He's gonna do everything, right? He's gonna run the floor. He's gonna get putbacks. He's gonna do all that, bro. He's gonna clean up, dive for loose ball. You know Jackson Hayes is gonna come out and he gonna play hard, right? That's the one thing we know. Every single time he comes out there, he plays hard and he makes an impact on the game. And you mean to tell me that this man is not starting up to this point? Come on, man. This is just crazy, bro. Right? Then we had Colin Castleton. You know, he had four points. Yeah, he's a guy that I think we should, at least use him a little bit more. I mean, he is what 6'10", 6'11". He's a big man, bro. Like, we could at least use him as a body, like, just to alleviate, take some of the pressure of AD to have to be guarding these, bigs, especially in games like this where you have a lot of bigs to guard. I mean, like, a guy like a Colin Castleton, like, he could play some defense, man, I don't know, man. Anyways, I don't even want to talk about this no more, man. Tell me what you guys think. Have a great day. Pacey Lakeshore signing out.